What's up, guys? Back for another Hawkeye Star Rail video, and this time we're going to talk about currency wars, right? Now, I myself am not that far, right? I pretty much did every other bit of content in this update and saved currency wars for last, right? Just because I knew it would take the longest to really make any actual real video about it, right? Especially something like best teams, right? Like, people already have like, oh, this team is broken as hell, but I wanted to make an actual like full-on tier list of like, hey, like this team is bad, this team is good, yada yada, right? So I've been playing on my free time. A lot of games, come out recently. A lot of updates, right? Been playing a lot of Do It Night Abyss with my good friend Amazing. Shout out to him. Been playing, a bit of Rivals. Had hit Diamond at least because I'm sure have not been playing, and I wanted to frame, right? We also got stuff like I'm still finishing Pokemon, right? I got the Shiny Charm, all that good stuff. So tons of games, right? So when I'm not doing anything else, I'll boot up Currency Wars, doing like 4 or 5 runs, right? And funny enough, I actually lost my last run, right? I was trying to do Stellar on Hunters, and I just had like no RNG. I pretty much had a 3-star Blade and like a 1-star Silver Wolf and Kafka just trying to carry, and it did not work, right? But the main issue we're here to talk about is the same issue we had with the last Divergent universe, and that is HP inflation. Yep. So I have just got to the point where I'm starting to notice it, right? In the first few runs, when you like just insta kill everything, you don't really notice it, right? But now I'm getting to the point where I'll drop like a 10 million ult and it won't kill, right? Which would be fine if it wasn't for the fact that if the enemies get certain buffs, they hit like freight trains. I have never seen Castora's passive activate so much in my life before. Holy, right? So what I'm talking about is when you start a match, right? Because I'm Ice Titanium 4, I believe it is here. No, it's even okay. It's right here. Enemy star ratings will gradually increase as you progress through nodes, right? And then you go up here, which one random affix appears on the enemy, right? So as you go, so that's 1, right? Scroll up a little bit more, you get a second one, right? I have just got to where you get 2, right? Yeah. And the more you go, all right, you see third random affix. I believe there can be, what, 4? Yeah, 4th. Please don't tell me there's a 5th, because there's a 5th, I'm gonna lose my mind. Okay, it's only 4. Good. Alright, so what this means is you can get a random buff on the enemies. Let me go ahead and start one real quick, and I'll show you what I mean, right? So right here, it's generating the opponents. So it'll show us the 3 bosses. So for the first one, we fight Japard, then Flame Weaver, and then these guys, right? As you can see, enemy difficulty 26, we have third plane enhancement, right? Enemies in the third plane get enhanced, increasing their speed by 60 and their max HP by 30%. Then Prey on the Weak, damage dealt to 1-star ally members by enemies increases by 20%, right? Overall, I don't think the second one's that bad, because, I mean, you just play the game and you can get rid of this entirely, right? Or just make sure that the characters you have out on the field are 2-star, which is pretty easy to get. So that one's not too bad, right? This one's kind of 30% HP and 60 speed is pretty big, right? I believe the one I had last time when I was trying Stellar Hunters was, I don't know all of them, right? Did they show all of the buffs? They don't, right? Okay. Wait, rank effect maybe? No, okay. If there's a list anywhere, let me know. Let me back out of this. Rip the like starting buff, right? Because I'll actually lose it. Maybe I'll just like actually do this run, right? Bellabog, sure. We'll do a Bellabog team, right? Is there a way for me to save? Leave for now. All right. So, strategy compendium is it in here? Maybe. No, that's not it. Anyway, it's probably somewhere. Let me know if you know where it's at, right? Maybe like in the databank somewhere. Hang on, opponent index. Hang on. Oh, no, it's just enemies. Actually, I just don't know where to find it. Anyway, you see what I mean, though. So you get certain buffs, right? I could spend probably like 10 minutes trying to look for this thing. But the ones I got before were probably some of the harder ones because it was increase elite enemies HP and speed, right? And then it was increase the amount of damage dealt by the enemies for enemies you kill. So what I would do is I would pretty much clear the first like few enemies next to a boss, and the boss would hit super hard. Or I clear a wave, and then the next attack from an enemy that I didn't kill would just annihilate me. I'm talking like straight up one-shotting me. And I was like, yo, this is crazy. Like I'm at Titanium 4, like one of the lower tiers. I've done like 4 runs, right? Not that far into it, and I'm already getting enemies one-shotting me, right? Now, in Divergent Universe, getting one-shot wasn't really an issue. It was more so taking too long to where the enemy gets buffed over and over and over, and then they one-shot you, right? At least that was my issue. And what pretty much came about for me trying to beat it was refreshing until I believe I used like the land arrows to just do like insane amounts of damage, right? There's some busting stuff in Divergent. I'm sure there's some absolutely busted stuff I've still yet to come across in this one, right? But all I've seen from people in the higher tiers is this game mode is fun until you get into the higher tiers where they're HP sponges and you just are sitting there for like years and years and years. And that leads me to this, not really a revelation, but like it's very clear that Hoyo has no idea how to balance these game modes. They have a good premise, like this is fun, like TFT fans I'm sure are happy, like I like the general idea of TFT, right? But nobody wants to sit there for 20 minutes and just have like 50 million HP, 50 bazillion enemy HP bosses and whatnot. Like, it's just too much, right? And the fact that there's like a ton of jades centered around this game mode, right? Like, I still have all this stuff to get, right? People are going to want to play it. And when people are playing, they're going to like, okay, I want to get higher and higher in the Ascension. Now, after, like, I'm only at 24, right? There are still so many rewards I can get. If you go to the rankings, can I look at it here? I probably have to hit continue to look at it. There's tons of rankings higher. You get even higher, the higher rankings you get, you know, there's also buffs and shit. The higher rankings you get, the more rewards you get. I believe that, where is it at, bro? I like actually can't remember. I haven't like actually looked around these too much. Just kind of claim my rewards. I probably can't view it until I'm like actually starting it, right? Rank rewards, there they are. Yeah, so after like 3 or 4 rounds, or sorry, 4 or 5 rounds, I'm here. I said TM3. It takes a bit longer to get up here, but you get not that many jades, but you get jades and you get this stuff, right? So people are probably gonna be like, okay, I want to naturally get it harder and harder so I can get all the rewards easier, and then they just get hard stopped by actual like just HP sponges. I don't know, it doesn't sit right to me. I wish there was more actual mechanics that Star Rail can implement besides make the HP of the enemies a lot higher and make them hit harder, right? At the end of the day, that's kind of just RPGs in general, I guess, but there's so many RPGs that actually have fun mechanics to it, right? Hell, even like Pokemon to it, right? Even Pokemon, a super simple one. The more you level up, the harder you hit, the more HP you have, the faster the enemies, right? And they can still make it rather interesting than just being like, damn, I can't believe the champion has this Pokemon that just has 1,000,000 HP, right? There's way around it, right? I know that's like a super simple, you know, comparison, but I don't know. It just kind of rubs me the wrong way. It's a bit different in stuff like MOC and whatnot, because it's not like that. Like, it is, you know, they do have a fuck ton of HP, but it's not nearly as bad as these, like, quote-unquote permanent game mode, like, I don't know what else to call them, right? We just call them, like, the Divergent Simulated Universe ones, because that's what it was. But now that we have a third one that is completely different, right? I guess it's just the permanent endgame, or the permanent game modes. Sorry, not endgame, because this technically isn't endgame. You can do this, like, whenever, really, because you have trial characters, right? But I don't know. It just kind of rubs me the wrong way. Let me know in the comments what you think of Currency Wars. I'm sure I'm in for a rude realization that it's going to get insanely worse for me, right? As I'm just starting to notice it where I'm at, and there's so many more ranks higher with more asphyxiations, which is another thing. Re-rolling for that does not feel nice because there's a lot of buffs that you don't get unless you continue playing, which is really annoying, right? But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of Currency Wars. Do you think it's fun? Do you think the HP is too much? Do you think the enemy asphyxiations are too annoying that you'd have to re-roll them, right? Let me know in the comments below, and of course, I will catch y'all in the next one. I was trying to think what video I'm going to record next. Actually, I don't know. I work today, so that's pretty much the only thing on my mind. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all in the next one.